today in her group about someone had asked her 3 times and she said no to them 3 times. They didn't come back, and then she joined under the girl doing a party she was invited to. So I've got to force myself to just keep up with it and to follow up if I've said anything to anyone.
Yeah.
I might plant the seed and then they go with someone else.
Right.
That seriously sucks. It's happened twice.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
It's happened to me several times, actually. And yeah, it's very, very frustrating. But yeah, I mean, that's really what it boils down to. And I finally got to the point where I was like, you know, until I will literally tell them this when I message them. Hey, if you're not interested, just let me know and I will leave you alone. You know, like, I mean, I will say that. And I mean, I have this one girl that, man, I've been after for like over a year. And she has like this huge following on social media. I mean, every selfie she posts gets like 60, 70, 80 likes. And, you know, I keep telling her, I'm like, you would be amazing at this. And I do keep following up with her. And she has yet to tell me no. So I just continuously keep following up with her. And I'm not going to not follow up with her just because I feel stupid. Because sometimes she doesn't respond back. But I just, you know, and then I'll start up. So this is another way to kind of do this to where you're not feeling as much like you're imposing is I will start up a conversation about something else.
Right.
And then I'll casually mention, oh, hey, you know, by the way, you would, I mean, so rock unique, you know, just something like super casual, just to keep it like at the forefront of their mind. And then that way they don't feel like you're just sending them a message to get them to join Unique, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a few bait and hooks like that, like, cause you know, when my cats are back, I keep getting all the messages now about the health products and all that stuff, you know? And so I honestly love it when people message me about new products because I'm always like, okay, so how are they doing? You know, I just want to see like their technique. And one girl, she was the best one by far. She messaged me and she was like, hey, like, how are you doing? You know, how are you loving Cali? Like, she did not say anything about a product for like the first like 2 or 3 go back and forth. And I was like, now I feel obligated to answer her because we're having a conversation once she pitches her thing.
Right.
And then you know, so it was almost like an obligation to like, you know, and then she's like, hey, can I call you? Or we did messaging back and forth, you know, and I, of course, had already tried whatever it was she was trying to sell. But I was like, that's a really good technique. You know, and I think that people also really like the Facebook messages, you know, where you voice record, because it's more personal than just texting, you know.
Good idea.
It also kind of gives the illusion, whether it's true or not, that you're really busy. And if you're really busy, that means your business is going really good.
Okay.
You know, not to trick people, but I mean, just like from a psychology standpoint, you know, oh, hey, I only got a few minutes. I mean, they talk about that in GoPro if you've ever read that book. You know, so you just making yourself, you know, even if you're sitting on the couch, you know, watching Grey's or whatever, you know, just be like, hey, I just have a minute. I just wanted to blah, 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 you know, but that precursoring it with, hey, I just have a minute. Like I'm constantly on the go selling my makeup and building an empire and doing all that, you know, so that's something that I think is a little easier with recruiting, just a little tip. So does anybody else have any good recruiting tips that they've used and that have been successful?
I feel like I've gotten a lot of people interested, and like I have a group, like my own future presenters group. It's like once I get them in there though, like I literally have like 15 or 20 people sitting in there for the last like 6 months, and then I'll mass message them. Well, not really mass message. I go back and I personal message all of them like that are in that group, like once, like maybe like every other week. And I been doing like what you just said about starting up a different conversation first, but then they all ignore me when it gets to the point. And I'm like, will you just, if you don't want to do it, just tell me. But then they just won't respond until I start talking about something completely different. It's like they all are avoiding it, but every one of them are ones that wanted to be in the group to begin with. So it's weird to me.
That's like pretty common though, like, because I mean, if you think about it, you know, like you're committing to something. I think that the psychology behind it kind of comes from like, am I going to be good enough kind of thing, you know, because when you start it, you know, you're like, you have these big dreams of doing something big with it. And then, you know, which is why with network marketing, most people drop out because they think that they're going to be amazing right out of the gate. Right. So for them, it's more of a like, can I commit to making my, you know, $83,000 a month? Like that's, I think they're thinking, you know, like I have to have like all my ducks in a row and everything. So that's why it's important to just continue to follow up with them, because eventually they're going to hit a point where it's going to be like, and if you're not constantly following up with them, just like Cindy, or was it you that said somebody joined?
Yes.
That's going to happen because they're going to come into a party, and they're going to join under somebody else because it's going to be the right timing to where they're like, oh, well, I have, you know, but I also would make sure that these people in your group, that you are engaging with them on a level that's not about you. So even if that's just liking their posts, right, or, you know, commenting on their pictures or sharing some of their stuff or whatever, so that you're not just you know, this crazy unique lady that just wants them to join.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Person. Because that's who they join under. Right. They join under somebody that they think that they can trust, that they know is going to help them, that they, you know, relate to. And so if you're not being a relatable person on your social media, then they're not going to want to join you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that happens a lot. I mean, I've had people that I've literally followed for, I mean, I think the longest was like 18 months before they finally joined. And I mean, people who've watched for years that have, you know, talked about it, I still follow up with them, like just every now and then. And even if it's just a comment on a selfie, man, girl, you should be selling makeup for me. You know, I do that a lot. And that way it's not like you're like berating them with a PM, but you're still like keeping it at the front of their mind, you know?
Yeah.
So I would just make sure that group's a good idea. I was actually going to ask y'all about that because I know Marta has one. Because right now I'm not really doing anything with my potentials other than just, you know, talking to them constantly or whatever. If we should create a group, I love Marta, but I just think that, you know, sometimes like people, you know, I don't know. I have a hard time understanding her sometimes. So like, you know, I mean, we went to Broadway, or we went down Broadway, and she was like, she's like, I want to go see that Broadway show, Aladdin. And I'm like, Aladdin? I'm like, I don't think there is a Broadway show called Aladdin. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you know, the guy and the monkey and I'm like, you mean Aladdin? And she's like, yeah. But so like, you know, I mean, it's just her posting videos in there. So I would love to have a new presenter group we could all put in together, and kind of like take turns posting videos in it, you know, just go live in it every now and then. And you know, whenever you feel like it, if you added somebody new, maybe even do a live video when you add somebody new. Say, hey, I want to welcome my friend, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, this is a great group. This is what Unique's about. This is what Unique has done for me. You know, and kind of go that route. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that be a good idea?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So that way that's not all on you, Ashley. And it can, my daughter's texting me.
I used to sell hardball, and the main emphasis was building your team and not about the product. So I got really, really burned out on trying to recruit when I thought the emphasis should be more on the product. So eventually I got out of Party Light because no one wanted to do parties anymore, and that kind of thing got too expensive. And so I'm a little hesitant to really push to recruit. Now I do put messages about once a month, on my VIP page about what the benefits are of being a presenter and that kind of thing. But I haven't really actively pursued it because I was so burned by it with Party Light.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, Unique is so awesome. I love it. I don't want that to be my focus.
That's
is
fine.
recruiting.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah. And
I
that's
want
the
you to
thing.
have fun.
Yeah, that's the thing about Unique, that it's not really, you don't have to be an active recruiter. Like,
No.
I mean, if you're really pushing to hit the top quick, then yeah, we're going to give you some tips to do that, where you're going to be a little more pushy. But like the first probably 50 people I recruited, I never sent out a message, like pushing it toward them. Like the products sold themselves, and then they
Right.
tried the products. That's why, like, my emphasis is on PRS, because if you're selling, then that means you're getting product into people's hands. And if you get product into people's hands, you're going to sign recruits. I had no interest in this company whatsoever until I tried the mascara. Like, absolutely no interest. And then even then, I still was like, I don't know. But I love the mascara so much that I wanted to try some of the other products, but I couldn't afford all of it. So I was like, I'll just buy the kit. And so that's another easy way to recruit people too. And then, and then they find themselves in a position where their car needs to be fixed, or their, money's tight, or Christmas is coming up and they need to pay for Christmas presents. And it's like, well, I have this little mascara business, like this little makeup company. I mean, I could give it a shot. And then you get, and then eventually you get Jenna. Like, I mean, that was kind of Jenna's attitude towards it. Like, I'll give it a shot. I don't really know or care, but then you end up with an elite leader, so you just don't really know
Right.
what people's situation is and what they're, what they're going to do with it. So that's the thing, is like, you run with the runners and you walk with the walkers, and then the main thing is to focus on sales. So that's, I wouldn't stress too much about recruiting, especially if you're still getting in the mode of selling. So,
Right.
Okay, let's move on. And obviously this will be a good topic to discuss for our next meeting. But I want to talk to you guys about the fall launch, because obviously that's what is happening right now. And so I'm going to hold on. Taylor, stop texting me.
That's funny.
I think that's like
I have
better.
2 kids that won't want to go to bed either.
She's tattling like on her siblings, like they're not obeying her or something. It's never ending, I swear. All right, I'm gonna mute everybody if I can remember how to do that. Hey, y'all need to stop. Mind your sister, please. Good grief. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. So we're going to talk about, right now we're going to talk about fall product launch. And so I've been through this. This will be my 3rd fall product launch. Oh my gosh, I'm about to kill some flipping kids. Taylor, stop. I am on a call. Stop texting me. Everybody's grounded. Of course, I made this call and did this before I realized that Kevin was not going to be home tonight. So that was my bad. But okay, so let me get back my ADD self and get focused here on what we're talking about. Let me make sure everybody's muted. Okay, so this is my 3rd fall product launch, and I would say that if this is your first, one of the things that you need to know is that fall is our best season of the year. You're going to make them, I wouldn't say the majority, because there's a lot of business in spring too, but for the rest of this year, you will make the majority of your income in mid to late September, October, and then especially November. Those are like our big months. December is a big month still, but with shipping and stuff, and with 2-day shipping now, December will probably be big too, because it's holiday season, so everybody is ready to go, and looking for products, for gifts and stuff. So, and Younique always helps us out and gives us amazing kudos to be able to sell. And so it's literally like, just be prepared. If you really want to build your business, now is really the time to do it. And you're going to be able to get product in people's hands. And like we were talking about before, products lead to, recruiting, and that leads to new presenters, that builds a team, that leads to promotions. And so the first thing that you need to do with a fall product launch is get educated on the products. And we've come out obviously with a skincare line, which is very new to all of us. And it can get kind of confusing because there's a lot of different products, new products, and there's a lot of things that we really need to know about ingredients. And I have the worst memory in the world. Like, chemo literally fried my brain. So I always just reference back to the website all the time. All the time. You'd think like after, I still don't even know prices of everything. Like, I literally have to go back to the order form or the website to know pricing on stuff, just because my memory doesn't work that well. So all of the education resources that you're going to need, you're going to be able to find on your website. Back in the day, we literally didn't have that. And it was so frustrating because we'd always be like, Elise would be like, check the file section of the group. And I'm like, there's like 5 million files in here. And then you'd have to dig through and find it. Well, Younique has now placed all ingredients on the page of the landing page of the product. And then in back, I don't know how many of you have been able to get in your university in your back office. I haven't checked, but I know that they're uploading. They may have already done it. I meant to check that before I got on tonight, but they are going. Okay. It says my internet connection is unstable. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Cindy, yes or no? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't know what it said. My internet was unstable. Okay, so the university is going to have videos from all of the classes that were given at convention. So they had somebody in recording all of the classes, and so I don't know which class they chose to put up for new products. But Ella, I went to Ella's class, Whitaker, and she was amazing. She always is. She's like such a great speaker, and so she shared a lot of stuff that you might not necessarily find on the website of the ingredients, like our the Lift serum, about how it is not Lift, the lifting serum. Oh my gosh, instant lifting serum. Yeah, this stuff about the snail that this stuff is derived from, that is actually what's inside this. And that is, she just goes into more detail about the products. So that's the number one thing that you need to do is, if you're like me and you just don't have a great memory, make sure that you have bookmarked resources where you can find the information that you need, because that's going to be your biggest thing with new products, is people are going to ask a lot of questions. Is it, they have allergies? Is it vegan? Is it, gluten-free? Is it this? Is it that? And you'll have to be able to answer those, because and this is like some of the best advice that, I don't even remember where I got it, maybe a college class, but somebody once told me that if you don't know the answer to something, it's okay to say, I don't know, but let me find out for you. Like, that needs to be your go-to when a customer asks you a question and you don't know. Like, don't try and make something up. Say, that's a really good question, and let me double check that for you, and I'll get right back to you. Because, we don't want to, we don't want to get ourselves in trouble saying things that aren't true. You know, we've already discussed about the whole Botox in a bottle, how that can get kind of hairy, like with, you know, I mean, that's a medical treatment. Like, we don't want to say that we're, you know, comparative to medical or plastic surgery or anything like that. So, so just knowing, you know, what's in our products and what they all do, what they're all for, especially with the skincare, we need to know, you know, if somebody says, well, my skin's kind of oily, like, what do you recommend? You need to know that they need the pore refining cleanser. They need, you know, the renewing day cream, you know, what they're going to need specifically for that person. And just going through that education will help you. And then just having, you know, I mean, I just print out everything and just have it for reference when I'm answering messages and stuff. So that's the first thing. And so, and then the second thing is just how are we going to sell this stuff, right? So we all know, like, Younique puts out amazing products, and we're all really excited. I'm kind of jealous, those of you who've got your stuff. I mean, I had samples of it, and now I'm out, and I don't like that. And my box won't be here till Friday. But that's my fault, because I just wasn't paying attention, did not actually get my order until afternoon. So anyways, so we're all excited about these products, right? And so what are some ways that we can get our customers excited about these products? So if you haven't noticed this trend, let me tell you that we're kind of veering away from parties. And the reason is because, you know, I don't know about you, but I mean, I get stuck in so many party groups. Friends will add me to their party groups, and I don't even pay attention anymore. Like, I don't even look at it. The only ones I look at are if they ask my permission first to add me to the group. Those ones I'll go take a look at. But most of the time, if it's a party, I'm just like, you know, that gives me nothing unless it's a product that I know that I need or that I want already. But these people aren't going to know how much they need the skincare. They're not going to know how much they're going to want it. They need to be shown, right? So, so the trend is that we're veering away from online parties now, and we're going towards online tutorials, right? Because you want to have. I'm not going to go to a group or to something like that unless it adds value to my life. Like, I don't have time for that crap, right? Like, I need something that is, if it's interesting, like, I mean, you know, when you scroll through Facebook, like, what are the things that catch your eye are things that are interesting, you know, hairstyles, you know, makeup application. And so by marketing it as a makeup tutorial, like, I'm about to start one that's going to be a back to school, I can't remember what I was going to call it, but basically mommy makeover. Like, the kids are back in school, it's time to get your glam back. And so I'm going to go through the products, and, you know, basically while you're teaching people how to use it, they're going to see, and you're going to obviously showcase the products, right? But you're going to be using Younique products, but you're going to show them how to do something. Like, I got a message the other day from a girl, and she's like, I just want you to know that, like, you've completely changed the way that I do my makeup. She has not bought anything from me yet, but she said, you've completely changed the way that I do my makeup, and I feel so much more confident, like, when I apply my makeup now. And you know, I really am interested in buying, you know, some Younique soon. So, I mean, she's been my Facebook friend for like 2 years. So she's watching my videos. And so, like, even if, you know, you're not getting like sales out of it right away, remember that this business is a sow and harvest business, right? So we're going to sow into people's lives something of value, you know, and that harvest is going to come back. It may not be a fall harvest this year. It may be a spring harvest. It may be, you know, summer. You don't know. But as long as you're continuously giving people things of value, they're going to be interested in what you're offering. So with the fall products launching, I think really fun things to do is with the skincare is to kind of chronicle like your journey through the skincare. It can be through live Facebook videos, or you can just do videos every day and then kind of mash them together, edit them together, but be like, this is what my face. Can you hear me still? Yep, people are frozen. Hold on. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I move my computer over, if it's better. Like, I can't see any of y'all's pictures. Let me unmute everybody. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can.
Okay. I can't.
Yes.
I can't. Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm back. Hold on. I might kick my kids out of here and use my kitchen because.
I can see you, but it's really hard to hear.
Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. You're gonna come in here.
Hey, but can I pick the show because I've been watching the show?
I don't know. Are you torturing your sister because she's texting me during my meeting?
Me.
Okay. Well, I'm going in the kitchen. Hopefully, it's not a disaster. And
It's okay. I have
doesn't
kids.
get any more
Yeah.
dinner if he's not gonna eat. Hi, Hamilton. This is Hamilton. Hammy, say hi.
Hi, Hammy.
He's a little camera shy.
Nicole, you got him 2 years ago yesterday, I think.
Yeah, it was actually. Kevin hates him. Like, hates him. So that's not good. But hopefully he'll get used to it because the pig is not.
Oh,
Oh.
He'll get over it. Hush. And Daisy's over there. So we might get a bunch of farm animal sounds, but can y'all hear me better at least? Hemi, hush.
yes.
Yeah. Go outside.
Is that the dog or the pig?
He's pitching it. That's how he gets mad. That's Kevin. Like, cannot handle it. Like,
Sounds like Animal House.
yeah, it is around here. It's like complete chaos, like all the time. Okay, so somebody
Was
tell
that
me.
a dog or
That was a pig.
that was Hammy?
Mm-hmm. I told him to go outside, so he got mad. He like throws. Like a 2-year-old.
Not ready for all that.
He is. He's like a 2-year-old. They're just like living with 2-year-olds. Okay,
Do
so
you still have the other pig too?
yeah, she's over there. She's in trouble because she tried to bite Jake earlier. So I mean, and technically it was Jake's fault because he was like trying to ram her with his head, and so she had it. She was like, but she still got in trouble too. He got in trouble too, but.
Oh.
Okay, so what was the last thing that I was talking about that y'all could actually hear?
The parties are more, they're by the wayside, and tutorials are more valuable.
Okay.
Look at you taking notes. Good, girl, Cindy.
No, it's all up here. It's like a steel trap.
Okay.
I don't see any of y'all's video. Like, none of your video is working. Is my video working?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's weird. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna go back into this then, and then we'll do like questions and stuff. So, going to Nicole. Okay. And now, nope, nope, nope. It's saying my network bandwidth is low. What is happening? I don't know. Okay, is it working now? Can you hear me? Luann, can you hear me? I can see you. Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's what happens when you live out in the country. Okay, so let me go back to this. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully, like when I, since it's recording from my computer, like it's getting everything in, and so hopefully it won't be so choppy. No, go. I want this to go away. Or maybe move it. There we go. No. Why is that there? Oh my goodness, I'm having so much technical difficulties. There we go. Okay. So it's still saying my internet connection is unstable, but we'll just continue with what we're talking about. So yeah, so tutorials are going to be the way to go with this. So another idea for doing fall launches is covering trends. And if you'll notice, some of the Black status leaders, I've already seen them doing it. If you Google fall makeup trends, you will find all kinds of things. I didn't really get to go through many of them. I know that I saw Nicole, gosh, I can't remember her last name right now. She's a Black status presenter. She was doing one of them today, like a vampire, because I'm like basically vampire fairy-ish kind of look, like, you know, glitter up here is in this fall, dark burgundy, like dark lips are in this fall, blue lips are in this fall, just like fun stuff that like normally you wouldn't do or like you wouldn't wear, but it's just fun, you know. Or even making these fall trends more applicable to like everyday women, you know, instead of putting on black lipstick, we're putting on like a dark burgundy, you know, a deep red or something like that, you know. And I mean, just playing with it, because that's the whole beauty of makeup, is it's an art. And so by sharing that with people and sharing with different ways to do things, and you don't have to know what you're doing, okay? Because nobody knows that you don't know what you're doing except for you. So you can, I mean, fake it until you make it. Like, I literally still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing when I'm putting on makeup. Pinterest is my best friend when it comes to finding, you know, ideas. YouTube is my best friend for makeup tutorials, and just in skincare in general. You know, I mean, been doing these like crazy masks on my face, and it's really improving my skin because I have really bad acne, and that I found on YouTube. YouTube is a great resource if you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You can get on YouTube and watch, you know, tutorial after tutorial after tutorial. Following, you know, some of our amazing presenters that really seem to know what they're doing with makeup is a really good idea too. I try and post a lot of those presenters in our training page so that you can find them. Don't friend them, just follow them, and you'll get notifications of their live videos and their tutorials. This girl Nicole, she does some really good ones, so I'll post that in the group. And I just really think that is the way to go towards these parties. And it's more work, I'm not gonna lie, it's more work than just jumping on and posting a picture. You know, but if you really want to make money doing this, you really want to advance in this company, you want to quit your job, you want to make this a full-time thing, and you have to put some work into it. And I'm not going to lie, like it's really hard. I hate it. I hate doing videos. My husband makes fun of me because when I do them, like they'll start replaying, and I post them real fast before I have a chance to like listen to it, because if I listen to it, like I won't repost it. Cause I like literally hate the sound of my voice, unless it's just me like talking like right now. I could listen to my voice all day long, but on video it drives me crazy. So it's not an easy feat. I get that, but this is where the rubber meets the road. And if you really want to make this, a career, and you want to really make money doing this, this is kind of the way that everything's trending towards, and this is the way that it's going to happen. So, so I want to do a challenge. So I want everybody to launch a fall launch event, and I want you to figure out a name, come up with it, and I'm going to do the same challenge. I'm going to do this with you guys because I give you guys a lot of challenges, and then honestly, a lot of times I don't even do them, and that's not being a good leader. So I'm going to join you in this challenge, and we're all going to create our fall launch parties. So if you already have a VIP group, a great way to do this in your VIP group is to create an event in your group, just like I did for this call. Create an event in your group, and then most of the people that are added to your group are going to be your friends anyways, and you can just invite everybody, and it's going to automatically invite them to this event, right? So that's going to be a great way to do that. And then so this week, all of our products, well, the ones that are going to be available are going to be available on the 15th. Today is the 7th. So let's, by Friday, have the event set up. And, you don't have to do, you don't have to, like, be fancy about it. We can just say, Unique's fall launch something, but I really want it to be tutorial based. So, maybe something like looks for fall, or, just, it needs to all be geared toward, hey, I'm going to teach you guys something. Come join me. I'm going to teach you something. Not, hey, come join me. I'm going to sell you something. So, so let's get that set up by Friday, which would be the 9th, and then I want them to start before the products go on sale. So I'd love for them to start like maybe, anytime between then and the 15th, whatever works for your schedule. And we're going to go through, and I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do a timeline on what I'm going to do. You don't have to follow it if you don't want to, but it'll just give you like a breakdown of like some of the ideas that I have, and so that you can use that if you want to, as far as videos. And I'm honestly probably going to do a lot of my videos live, because otherwise I don't post them because I want to edit them and I don't like them and all that stuff. So and I just think the live videos are more real, as long as I can keep my internet connection stable. I have to kick my husband out of this room. He works from home here during the day usually. Maybe it'll work better on my phone. Sorry, that's my ADD kicking in, and I'm like sitting here thinking out loud. So that's our challenge for this. And I think that if you guys go down to your team members and kind of relay this information, and I'm going to post something about it too in the group, and let everybody know that we're doing a challenge. And I would love for all of us to join each other's events as well, which would just be, and I know that's kind of crazy because we're going to be getting a lot of notifications and stuff, but just to be able to cheer on your teammates and tribe members, to be able to, bring up, just commenting on something, or even just liking a post. I'll jump in y'all's, anybody that I have that I'm in their VIP group. I tend to jump in there if I see them post something and like it, like here and there when I can. And you guys should be doing the same. Like every day, I try to like 5 to 10 unique posts or comment on them or something. And I know a lot of you guys are really good about that, but I think that would be a really good idea for us. But I really think that this could be an amazing fall season for everybody. And I'd love to see us get Jenna to purple. And, I'd love to get to black sometime soon. And I'd love to see everybody else promote, I'd love to see a bunch of new pinks and blues and some new greens. And I think that this really could be a game changer for all of us with this skincare coming out. So let me go back to this. I'm going to unmute you guys. Okay, so does anybody have questions or comments about this? No? Nobody has any questions or anything?
No.
No, anything, nothing to add? So is that kind of an intimidating?
What's the prize?
Huh?
Is there a prize?
Yeah, there will be a prize. I'll have to come up. I actually have a few things stashed away for you guys that I need to pull back out and do something with. So I have some shirts, so it'll depend. I'll give a choice of prizes because I might not have shirts that fit everybody. So there will be a prize. And yeah, definitely there will be a prize. And I might even make it a little more interesting too, somehow, to just like encourage people to post every day. So like for every post you get like an entry or something like that.
Okay.
I may just send something little to everybody who actually does it.
Mine's done.
Oh,
Sweet.
She's going to youth group at church. Okay, so yeah, so there will be a prize, and I will post details on that tomorrow.
How do you set up an event in your group?
Huh? Okay, so
You said
in your
you
group.
can set up an event in the group?
There is an option in your group up at the top. Here, let me show you real fast. Okay, so when you go up here, okay, let me go back to the group. I'll show you in my VIP group. Okay, so when you go into your group, right, there's going to be this right here that says events inside your group, and you're just going to click events, and you can right under this thing right here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Create event right here. And so it's going to create an event for your, and then it's going to, it's just like creating a regular event. But when you go to invite people, it's going to invite people just from the group. And it'll actually only let you invite all the people that are your friends. So you want to share it on the page just to let everybody know. And by the way, a great tool to make these pages right here, the cover photos, is I use PicMonkey.com. And it's just a great little tool to be able to make, fun little graphic design things. And it's like super user friendly, because those are going to catch people's attention. Is it showing my computer screen right now or no?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure. I wonder how I do get off of that. No, I don't want to share something new. I don't know how to get back.
I do have a question, Nicole.
Okay. Go ahead.
With these events, setting them up from your group, can I do that from my phone? I know like regular events you can, but I wasn't sure about from the groups.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me figure out if I can figure out how to get back to my video. Oh, here we go. That's it right there with that stop share. Okay. Hold on. Let me grab my phone. Where is Okay, let me look.
And then the other question was, you said that you can only invite people from the group to the event that's in that group, right?
Yeah, so they have to, so if you do the event from your VIP group, it will only let you invite people that are in that group.
Okay.
If you're wanting to share something, it's just an easy way to invite a lot of people at one time. You know,
Right.
because it let me invite like 260 of y'all that are in the Y Tribe group to this, because what is this, like dog lovers meeting? 3 of y'all right now are holding your dog. And they're all white and fluffy. Where's mine? Mommy!
Me too.
Oh, here we go. Here's one. Here's mine holding their dogs.
Are they all Bichons?
This one's a mutt. He's just, he's not
Oh,
into
Aw.
fancy.
that's so cute.
Oh, now Mommy said
Hamilton's gonna get mad. Oh,
Okay, so let me check this real fast. But yeah, so those let you
I
like.
felt left out, so I got a stuffy.
There's a stuffed dog.
Oh, you all went out.
That is okay, let me check on your phone. Okay, so on your phone, if you're in the group, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this or not, but if you're in the group app, I don't think you yet. Can you see it? Okay, so
No.
no, not really. If you're in the group app, the Facebook group app, oh, that's my website. There we go. There's a button down here at the bottom. It looks like a calendar, and it lets you create an event from your phone. But I don't know if it does it in the Facebook app. You probably have to download the Facebook groups app, but you can do it from your phone.
Okay.
You could do it from in the Facebook app if you go like to your group where the little hold on, let me go there because I did it already. If you go to your group where the little dot is at like towards the top, you know how there's the little thing to add a
Right.
picture or the dot. If you click the dot where it says start live video, create a poll, create a group
Right.
of group chat,
Do
and no
that.
problem.
Okay.
I did mine that way.
Okay, cool. Like I knew you could like regular events, but I wasn't sure like from the group to be able to do it with the phone.
I think that's a new thing because I don't remember ever being able to do that before because I've had other groups prior to this one like that weren't unique related, and this is the first that I've seen it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you guys prefer to open a group or an event for like a party?
So this is the like golden question with unique presenters, because there's always benefits to both. There's always drawbacks to both.
Right.
Groups, I don't feel like people are going to be as engaged in as they are events, because with events, the great thing about events is that you, when you post something, if they have not responded to the event invitation, so if they have not responded with a no or a yes, they're going to get notified when you post in the event. And so with the groups, if you add people to a group, they have to go in and accept the thing before they get notified of the post. So that's a huge benefit to hosting an event. With having a group, you can go back and go back into the groups easily and, cover that. Like right now, one of the things you guys should all be doing with your past parties is popping in to all those old groups and saying, hey guys, just want to let you know, we're launching a bunch of new products, and you may not get it. It may just be crickets, because honestly, I haven't gotten anything off of that recently just because people aren't checking those groups anymore. In fact, like I'll get spam. One girl messaged me the other day, and it was like a party from like a year and a half ago, and she's like, there's some dude like posting porn in this party, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was really cool. my parents are like texting me asking me why there's porn on their Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God.
No.
So, I mean, there's benefits to both. The groups are so much easier to go back in and find. Events are not easy to go back to. Because Facebook, you can, like, you go to past events and it's a calendar. So you literally have to know the date that you started the thing to go back and find it, whereas groups pop up really easily. So, I mean, I think honestly with this, if you're doing it just for your own party, I say an event. Like, if you don't want to do it just for your group. But the other thing is that if you have a large amount of Facebook friends, like for me, I have like over 4,000 Facebook friends. So adding 4,000 people to a group or to a event is like painstaking. I mean, it's not much easier with a group, but they will cap you on events. Like it'll say only invite people you know, and then if you try to go through and just click everybody, it will cap you off. Like I was only able to like invite 1,000 people or something, so it's like a fourth of my friends. So I mean, it's just one of those things that you kind of have to decide. But I would say personally, like if you don't have a huge Facebook friend list, then I would do an event. I think that you're going to get more interaction in an event because of those notifications.
Okay, thanks.
So, anything else? What about you, Kim? Haven't heard much from you.
I'm just absorbing everything, thinking about overcoming my fear of videos.
It's not easy, right? Like, I mean,
Not at all.
I have problems with it. Like I'm purple level presenter. I've been with Unique forever. I've always had positive feedback on my videos, and I still have to sit and like work myself up. Like I was going to do one the other day, and Kevin kept coming in. He's like, "Have you done your video yet?" And I'm like, "No, leave me alone." Have you done your video yet? And I'm like, "No, I'm getting ready." And he's like, "You've been sitting there for like 30 minutes doing nothing." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm mentally preparing, like, leave me alone. And then, of course, I chickened out and didn't do it. But, I've come to find that
I'm my own worst critic.
yeah, that's me too. So that's why I like Facebook Live. Because you're just being you, and you know that there are people sitting there watching you. So it's easier, and they interact with you. So it just feels more like a conversation than actually making a video. Because that was my big thing, is when I go through and I try to make videos, like it's ridiculous. Like my Google Drive is almost completely full of like videos that were like, outtakes of, me poking myself in the eye with something, or me, but like those are the things that people will get on to watch, because you're just being funny, and like I'm just a dork. And so when I try to make it all like fancy, I think I come off kind of snobbish, versus just being myself and being real, and my pig coming in and screaming, and my kids texting me, and my, because that's my life, and like that's what people really want to see. They just want to see you. And they want to.
It makes us more relatable.
Yeah, exactly.
It does make you more relatable. It's just, I like you're talking about, I have all these videos that I've done, and I've gone back and I've looked at them, like, oh, no.
I didn't watch them.
So,
I do not watch my videos. Like for real, do not. And when Kevin goes in and he started watching some of my videos, I make him go out of the room. I'm like, I can't listen to it. That's horrible. Like, no, I can't do it. I can do it if I'm singing or like playing guitar, but I cannot do it like for a video where I'm talking. So it just, no. So I just like, I'm starting to get a little better, but just don't watch them. Like, you don't need to go back and watch it. What do you need to go back and watch it for? Like, it's already done, and move on. Like, you've already had like positive feedback. Like, you don't need to critique yourself. Like, so that's what
I feel like I can't get enough people to watch it.
There's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to jump on right away, but I watch a lot of live video replays. I mean, I don't know about you, but like I'll get notified that somebody's going live. And you will have these weird, quirky, weird times where, I mean, like I had one time where I did a live makeup video, and I was just planning on doing like this little video of just like, I don't even remember, like maybe foundation, and it ended up turning into an hour-long makeup tutorial because I ended up having 50 some odd people on there. And like normally I get like 5, like, so I don't know like if people shared it or what happened, but like, sometimes you'll just, it'll like explode on you and you don't really know why. And then
Right.
once that it'll just have 4 people, I'll go back and look at it later and the views are like 500, you know? So it's like a lot of people have watched it. So you just don't know. So if you kind of wait a little bit and nobody joins, just start like somebody's there.
Right.
Nicole, did you do that from your personal wall?
Yes, I did. That one I did from my personal wall. I will say, like, on a regular basis, I probably get more interaction in my group when I do live videos, but
Oh,
I
yeah?
have to precursor them with like a bunch of like posts so that there's actual,
You're drawing interest.
yeah, so like even doing something stupid like the Duck Duck Goose game, like if you have an extra giveaway to give away, like something that you just have some stock you have sitting, we do this Duck Duck Goose game where it'll be like a lip liner, and they'll have to be like, everybody will comment lip until you type in liner, and the last person wins. That thing makes my group go crazy. And then I do a live video after, because everybody's already on the group because they're all trying to win something for free. And
That's
then,
a good idea.
so those are easy ways to draw in people into your groups. Your personal wall is always going to get more, but make sure that you're not just doing unique live videos on your personal wall, because otherwise, people are going to stop watching them. So if you're just doing unique videos, like, it's funny because, like my aunts or my uncles will jump on because I do a lot of live videos like with my kids or like different stuff we're doing. And so, they're like, oh, you never know like what she's doing. What is this about? So just make sure on your personal profile that you're keeping it mixed up,
Right.
But actually, I also have something new that I've been working on that I want to show you guys. So I know we talked about planners, and so I have this planner. It's I can't remember what the brand of it is, but I'm gonna give one away, and I think it's gonna be like my new elite gift. But this is going to really help you remember like how to do stuff and planning out your day. But I've also added, I've actually personally designed, which, is obviously not income producing, but for me it is, because honestly, I'm horrible at keeping up with stuff. Like pages to go in it. I don't know if you can see that. So like to track stuff. And it's like crazy, the stuff that I have. So I have like a party tracker. I have a new presenter. I have like team coaching, team meetings. I have party checklists. I have goal planning. I have lead contacts. I have business ideas. I have a mail tracker in here. And so this is going to be something that I'm going to start using as an incentive for you guys, because this is going to change my business. I know I'm already using it, and it's just making me more aware of what I'm spending my time on and what I'm doing, and what I need to do. And I don't know about y'all, but I spend 75% of my life looking for things. And so if it's written down for me, and it's all centralized in one place, it's just way easier. So look out for that, because this is something I've worked on. And I personally think it's better than the Purple Planner personally, and I may even sell it someday. But for now, it's just going to be for my team. But it's also going to have a PRS tracker and like a team tracker, so you can tag your. It has a calendar checklist for social media, so you go through every day and you check. Oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did this. On the back side, it has where you can track your PRS for every single day. So that you can see like what your trends are and what you're tracking for, what your team trends are, what they're tracking for. And it's just going to help you to be able to look back, because I feel like our back office doesn't offer a good snapshot of like, how was I doing this time of the month, the last month? You can't really do that. So anyways, that's just something to keep in mind. I haven't decided what kind of deal I'm going to do for this, but I am going to give one away soon, because I'm just really excited about mine, and so I want somebody else to have one so they can be excited about it too. And yeah, so I feel like I'm getting better about sending out stuff, you know, for team things and things like that. That's actually been my nemesis the past couple of years, is just saying I'm going to send out something and then actually doing it. Or those really difficult process for
Me too.
I feel horrible. There's just, you know, I mean, I had one poor girl message me, and she just like happened to mention something, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to mail you something. And she's like, oh, I totally forgot about that too, because it was like 9 months ago. And so I'm getting better about that, and now that I like can keep track of it in a list, I think that will get better too. But I'll think on the challenge for this on prizes for that, because I have a lot of stuff laying around for you guys that I've just kind of picked up. And then I'm going to come up with like a big challenge. I think it's going to be more of a promotion thing, or maybe it'll be a recruiting thing, because we're all like struggling with recruiting. So maybe we'll make it a recruiting thing. And then we'll talk about that next week. That'll be our focus next week, is recruiting within our parties and within sales. So, all right. Is there anything else that we need to cover before we get off here?
I just had a post in my event that I just did because the thing we're doing, and she posted, can't go because I'll be in class during that time. So how it made me choose a specific time. Is there a way to set it up that it's like anytime between now and then, or is it like the event have to be at that specific time? Because I'm not doing something at like September 15th at such and such a time.
Right. So it will make you
there between then.
It will make you do a start time, and then it will make you do an end time, but you can actually like extend it out so where it's like 10 days. It won't let you go more than 14 days for an event, but it'll let you go 10 days. And so you just need to precursor it like in the description of the event that this is not, you know, this is online and you can pop in anytime. You know, I'm going to be doing live videos, and if you can't catch the live version of it, you can always come back and watch the replay. And just kind of even like doing an introduction video, live video, just saying, hey guys, you know, it's Ashley. This is what I'm planning, and, you know, don't worry, so that they already have something to kind of precursor it, to know that they don't have to be anywhere at any certain time, which I don't even know, you know, I don't know. I mean, a Zoom call is different. I get why people are like, oh no, I can't make it. But like, I don't know why somebody would assume they needed to be somewhere for an online thing. But yeah, so just make sure you precursor it. I mean, some people will understand it, some people won't. But you should be able to put an end time on there. So you should be able to put a start time and an end time, and you do have to give. So like you might even put it at like 12 a.m., right? So the beginning of the day to 11:59, the end of the day after 10 days or whatever. Because obviously nobody will think, oh, she's having something at 12 a.m., you know? But yeah, so I would just precursor it.
Okay.
Anybody else? Trista, you got something or no?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I will let you ladies go to bed. It looks like a lot of y'all are on is anybody on the West Coast? East Coast, right? So it's late.
East
You go to bed.
Coast. East
Midwest.
Coast.
Oh, you're in the Midwest. That's not too Okay.
Yeah.
Well, normally these will be Mondays at 5. That's like my norm, but the Labor Day threw me off because of things. So I will let you guys get to bed.
Stop yawning.
Obviously, Trista's really tired.
Sorry.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Thanks
Nicole.
for joining me.